everyone, and welcome back to Autumn's Journey! Oh my god, I am in love with this game. I don't know why. Everything about this game is amazing. And also I found out that this game has 3 endings. I actually don't know anything else about this game, just that it has 3 endings. I can only guess that one of the endings is Ilmari, one of the endings is Kerr. Maybe the 3rd ending is where she just becomes a knight. Like it's her dream, so maybe that's gonna be the 3rd ending, or maybe she doesn't choose anyone at all. And I thought, guys, that this is gonna be actually quite short visual novel, and I'm wrong again. But then, guys, let's continue to chapter 6. Night in Training. Now, this is a real cave. It sure is, at least. Actually, it looks the same as before, but... Droplets of water echoed in the puddles as we walked carefully through the cavern. Curl led the way happily. Oh, it's cute. You sure? It looks like the last one we were in. Exactly. Are you kidding? There's more tunnels. Its sediments are mostly limestone and the roof is higher. Oh, sorry, we can't really see the roof.
Of course.
Leave it to an earth dragon to know his surroundings. I like underwater caves. They make great layers. Hilmari seemed cheery as well. The numerous branching tunnels made me nervous, but my companions seemed unfazed by it at all. I don't get it. It's like you know where you're going. Dragon intuition? Kerr groaned and Ilmari shot me a penitent look. You actually came here earlier, thanks to Heavenkind's help. So much for that promise not to wander off.
I'm sorry.
I know, but Kerr was determined and I didn't want to let him out of my sight. However, Master Bedros wishes for him to be accompanied by Heavenkind at each altar to prove he's not going straight from one cave to the other. And not just any Heavenkind, but one that has been there with him the whole time. Aww. Wouldn't your word be good enough, Ilmari? You're overseeing the whole thing. He shifted nervously. Ilmari is hiding something. He's cute, but he's definitely hiding the fact that he came here on his own will, not because he was ordered to. No. Damn you, Ilmari. It sounds like you have no influence here. Something like that. I urged an eyebrow dubiously, but before I could question further, Kerr announced we had arrived. There was a small carved statue of an earth dragon set on a block. Kerr gestured accusingly at it before turning to me. But do they even try to make impressive ones? Think we would be pleased with this? A life-sized one would be more worthy. I mean, we don't know. Maybe a lot of people haven't actually seen you in dragon forms. I'll go humbly beg for his forgiveness. I gave him a gentle shove to suck out my tongue. He glared, but his usual intensity had diminished somewhat. I was planning to remain where I was, but I saw Ilmari retreat to give Kerr some space. Not staying?
I'd rather not.
No, I don't want to feel like I'm eavesdropping on a private conversation. I reflected back on the argument at the first altar. It doesn't seem that personal to me, and you can only hear Kerr speak. That did not convince Ilmari, and he merely kept walking back until he had vanished around the bend. Maybe Ilmari had a point? No, I just don't think he wanted the master to see him. As I turned...
Whoa!
Hey, where are you going? To give you some privacy? Did you forget already? You have to stay. You're Heavenkind. Right. I shifted my weight until I felt comfortable. I kept my arms behind my back as I watched Kerr kneel down, then close his eyes to focus. Moments later, his ears perked up. Yes, she's here now. So picky. Yes, we left very Berry and helped something called Carriage get to Oliver. We were attacked. Heavenkind fists are pretty useful. I covered my mouth as I smirked at a comment. From there, Carrick chronicled the sights and sounds of the plaza. Heavenkind like to pretend to do things they actually can't do for the sake of people clapping. They're driven to performing god things, like eating fire. Is that even edible? Oh, he's adorable. He also mentioned the presence of other dragonkind. He concluded his account and after a few minutes stood up. He placed one hand on his hip and stared at the statue, deep in thought. When I was sure the conversation was over, I approached him and leaned in. Is that everything? Yeah. Did he say how many altars to visit afterward? Thankfully, there's only a few left. There's many around Oliver. So I'll leave it in your hands to get some interesting night quests.
Let's do this.
You can count on me. And I think I still owe you a visit to the marketplace. We can restock on some supplies. We rejoined Ilmari and returned to the bustling market of Central Oliver. What I thought would only make the morning ended up going straight to the mid-afternoon, given how much we explored all the various shops and stalls. At the end, I was pretty much haggard. I slumped down on the bench between my companions, blankly gazing at the sky. It's like babysitting kids, overgrown kids. I kinda could imagine. Also, damn it, I forgot. I wanted to say, this game kinda reminds me of Kamisama Hajimashita? I forgot. I can't remember the English name of it. And like, Elmari was happily clutching a small glass blown bubble. He held it up and its transparent bubble surface shimmered like waves in the sunlight. Like Ilmari represents Mizuki.
Wow.
I still can't believe you bought me this. I never had anything Heavenkind made before. How could I not? You were making that face. This one? It's so adorable. His expressions changed, assuming the epitome of the sweetness and innocence that had crumbled my defenses before. Yes, that one. Maybe he wasn't so sweet and innocent as he was if he was using that face to his advantage. Yeah. Kerr was nonchalantly stuffing his own face with various desserts and pastries. I placed the can over my forehead before sliding it down to my chin in aggravation. And Kerr reminds me of Tomoe. Like, and they remind me of the familiars, like Mizuki and Tomoe, like Mizuki being like, oh, he's so cute and something like that, using that to advantage, but also at the same time, like, stepping in for, like Coralie, the characters that they call the one. I don't know. I really loved it. Like it. I said eat a few, not all of them. At least we found something that he likes. I'd prefer if it was something that wouldn't give him a sugar rush. Kerr pursed his lips but said nothing since he was still preoccupied with chewing. Now that we were all settled, I stood up and stretched, a urgent Belair on my own mind. I'm going to check the guild and see if there's any postings I can accept for tomorrow. Get something to do with fighting. I'd prefer it was a more peaceful one. I'll see what I can do. I hope I can find one that'll please your boss. God damn it, why do I have to... Why do I have to choose? I don't want to see a angry Tomoe. I mean, angry her. God damn it. And I want to see a sad Ilmari. Damn, I gave them a quick way, intending not to take long as I headed for the guild. Inside the headquarters, I surveyed the giant board, hoping to find something that would catch my eye. Which one? Which mission should we do? Come on, why do we have it to do? Damn. Paul Terman, are you the greatest warrior in the guild? Try and find out the word bragging rights. Why? No. Arbitral feathers. I play the lead for a ballet and I simply must have some horrible feathers to adore my black swan costume. I mean, those honey glazed apple tarts. I need 10 jars of honey from Red Bee's house for a new recipe I've been developing. Reward free samples. Gather 5 nightshades. I need these completely harmless herbs for something Not sinister. Heh. Nope. Intense rescue mission. I need this important person now. Reward 10 coins. Save the chickens. My chickens have been disappearing lately. Please find out what is responsible. Weak supply of eggs. Go fishing. Sapphire salmon are in season. However, my back is sore and I'm unable to fish. Can you catch 3 for me? Intense rescue mission. I need to find this important person now. There's these 2 that I really like. I mean, it's gotta... can I get this thing? Since Elmari banned any quest that involved fighting over Heavenkite, we decided to focus on wildlife. Oh boy. After that rather embarrassing encounter with Abertalia back when I couldn't even walk, I decided to get my revenge. It was so bizarre fighting an animal that could usually be crushed under my claws, but not immediately eating it either. Reaching it out in midair was oddly satisfying though, and even Ara and Ilmari could only stand around and gawk or shake their heads. I don't get the appeal of decorating yourself in feathers though. Heavenkite culture makes no sense. This one. Ara immediately jumped onto this one, thinking it was a crucial quest. She was disappointed when it turned out to be a child missing a cat, but was determined to help no matter how big or small the task. We looked all over Oliver and found a cat stuck in a tree, which Kerr easily retrieved. Just as I was about to assume he was secretly an animal lover. Just as I was about to assume he was secretly an animal lover at heart, it scratched him and he returned to the tree. God damn it! Harley ended up saving the cat since Kerr refused to go near it again. Oh god. The child was happy to get his pet back. I find Heavenkite attachment to their pets rather fascinating. Oh man. This is fun! Oh man. Nope, not this one. This one? As soon as I read this post out loud, Kerr wouldn't have it any other way. Getting the honey from the aggressive bees was nearly impossible until I mentioned that bees didn't like smoke and it would drive them away. Almari thought conjuring fog would produce similar results, but Kerr found that it didn't at all. This is the most adorable thing ever. Luckily, the baker felt so guilty or scared that he doubled the reward for Kerr. Mari and I secretly wanted to nibble on the tart, but decided not to ask after all. Despite the stings, Kerr was satisfied and claimed it was the best thing he ever tasted. Aw, which mission should you? I'm gonna save the chickens. The mission was a rather simple and boring one. All we had to do was mend some holes in the fence that the farmer overlooked. Elmari was captivated by the chickens though. He wouldn't stop following them and pestered the tiny yellow things even more. Ara warned him repeatedly and Elmari learned that if one annoyed the chicken long enough, they would gang up on you. It was nice to see his curiosity getting him into trouble. Heaven can sure keep a lot of animals for food and clothing products. Ara accidentally slipped out something about the sport of cow tipping and I immediately tried it out. We didn't get our egg reward after that. Damn you. It was fun. Once again, I was scanning the bulletin board, sighting as I longingly gazed at the top job postings that only accepted true knights. I rubbed the badge, clearly labeled Key IT, Knight in Trading, wishing it was the official one. Well, I can't dwell on it now. I need to do a number of missions before they consider me. In the corner of the guild was a group of knights, talking quietly amongst themselves. I thought I saw one looking at me before he averted his eyes hastily. The girl beside him giggled. Kerr, who was standing beside me, glared daggers at the group, gritting his teeth menacingly. What are you doing? Stop that! He balked and averted his gaze, but said nothing. His ears twitched.
Stay focused!
You heard her? There's a patrol one. Are you up for the nice long walk outside the city? I guess. Sweetie! Am I going on his route because I really want to? Or I could ask Molly, however, I think he wants to observe the glass blowers again.
Leave it to me.
I'll go. Oh, God.
Thanks.
Thank you. I handed in the job posting to the receptionist who detailed the road and gave me a small map. It's probably more of a training exercise than a real patrol, but it's something at least. I rejoined Care and we exited the bustling city of Oliver and entered long sprawling farmland that extended beyond it. It was a well-worn path, so the map was hardly needed. Care and I walked side by side, taking in the scenery. Almost all of the leaves are now vivid fire yellow, red, and orange. Can't believe when we left the Berry it was still summer. So much has happened, don't you think? When we first met you barely talked to me. I'm glad it's different now. This isn't the kind of talking that I was waiting for, sweetie. Or not. Yep. I took a wide step forward and turned around, causing him to halt. I stared at him dubiously. What is it? You sulk a lot, but now you're sucking well in deep thought. That's not like you. Out of it. What's on your mind?
Look,
How do you handle it? Handle what? What people have been saying about you? Well, I don't hear directly a lot. You have been hearing than I do. You have better hearing than I do. Then say you used your mother's name to get where you are, that you're nothing like her, and that you'll never live up to expect. Thank you, Kara. I really need to be reminded. What made you want to walk the same path she did anyway? Why do you want to become knight so badly? Finally, the question both boys had seemed to avoid asking me directly. I inhaled deeply as I prepared my meaningful and profound answer. Well, you see, knights are so cool and they have swords and shiny armor and stuff, but everyone looks up to them. They have always do the honorable thing, right wrongs, and stop evil in tracks. They help people with their problems. They fight off all kinds of monsters, slay dragons, and wait, what? And rescue fair maidens and lads in distress who, about that last part where fall in love with the knights and the knights sigh and go, I'm sorry, but my heart belongs to the path of justice and righteousness. Oh, Lady Knight, they cry. They take my rise as a symbol of, I get it. I mean, girl can dream. See? I was practically bouncing on my heels. I gazed elatedly up at her, my hands clamped in a fist over my chest. That's why I want to be one so bad. Aren't you doing most of that already? Well, besides slaying dragons and leaving behind a trail of broken hearts. I guess so, but I want the title too. I want to be official, recognized by Sun and Moon Council. What about you? Aren't there any dreams you're chasing? You sure seem like the free-spirited type. That's because I am. He stretched his arms up and then sat back on the grass. At first I was going to chide him for taking a break during a patrol, but I decided a few minutes of rest was acceptable. I sat next to him. I'm not up for this knowledge keeper business. I hate it, but my master insists. Knowledge keeper? He glared at me in frustration. Really, you spent all this time with us and you still know nothing about Dragonkite. Hey, you never tell me stuff in Ilmari. Well, you know Ilmari. All this goes back to Heavenkine talk. Dragons have a long history, and we record everything orally. Everything we know is passed down to a dragon called Knowledge Keeper, who will specialize in something. Could be plants, animals, traditional stories, important events. He sat in the feet and propped up an elbow, nestling his chin in his palm. It's boring. Tucking my knees up, I hugged them and leaned in to get a good look at his face. He repared back to me passively. I don't have the concentration or focus to retain all that knowledge. When I was younger, they thought I'd be good at it. My master picked me. Obviously not, though. I find it easier to stop caring at this point. If I don't care, they don't care. Doesn't seem to work on Master Bedros, though. Wonder what he even sees in me at this point. How do you do it, with all those expectations placed on you? Me? I leaned on my knees and stared off at the horizon. Not sure either. This is the first time I considered my mom's name a burden more than help. I guess I just accept it. I know I won't ever live up to her legacy, and people will perceive that. I can't force someone to see me only for me. However, I have support from my family, the people in Berry, and of course you guys. They love me for who I am, and they're the ones that matter. I gave him a wry smirk. So, Kerr, how do you view me? As an orally or a pale imitation of Lady Bayard? Why are you asking me? I don't know enough about your mom's legacy to compare you to. You're doing fine. I think you're a good knight in your own right. Own right?
Thanks.
Knight in training, but thanks. You'll never end up slaying a dragon though. Oh? With how often you annoy me, I could cross that off my knight accomplishments list pretty easily. Please, even in this form, I can take you on. Is that a challenge? He stood up very hastily when in his stance.
Bring it.
I sighed, wondering if this was even a good idea, but I also got up. I wiped the grass off my skirt and touched my sword hilt. He eyed it condescendingly. Oh, what's this? Relying on a weapon? I'm unarmed, and this is hardly fair. You know I'm not a good with hand-to-hand combat. His stunning smirk though caused me to toss my scabbard aside impetuously.
Let's do this.
This is a stupid idea, but sure. I bent my knees and clenched my fists, wondering how to start the fight. So do we count to 3, or do we just fight for Before I could finish my sentence, Krem rammed into me, tackling me to the ground. The wind was knocked out of me as he pinned my shoulders. I glowered at him. I win. Hey, I wasn't done talking. I closed my eyes and took a deep breath, trying to concentrate.
Whoa.
What are you doing? I opened one eye. Something I should have done before. Feeling my strength increase, I effortlessly pushed him off. He got in surprise. I rolled over him, so I was now straddling him with his arms held down. He blinked. I smirked victoriously.
I did it!
Too easy, ack! Another trestle and he was looming over me again, his long hair gazing my cheek.
Bring it.
If I was in my true form, you would have been crushed under my foot. Bah! I wrestled him, slamming him down so I was on top again. Even in your dragon form, if I had my sword, I would skew you in 1,000 times. Please, you'd be merely feel like splinters. Hey, splinters hurt a lot. Never gotten. Whoa! We rolled out again. This time he pinned my wrists. Unable to wriggle out of his grip, I sat and rested my head back on the grass as my little focus spell faded. If Kerr's body was that of a normal heaven kite, I would have stood up a better chance. You win, only because I wasn't in love with my sword. Right, whatever makes you sleep soundly at night. His grasp me loosened, but he did not budge. Instead, his eyes examined me intensely before lingering over my neck. He inched closer and I panicked, shaking my head frantically. Wait, don't take a bite on me. I already said you won. I struggled and he hastily let go, rolling off me. Phew. That was invading some serious personal space there. What did my mom tell me to do when men got that close to me? Wait, I don't even have my sword on me, so her advice would have been useless. I rubbed my neck self-consciously as I sat up while Kerr angled his body away. After retrieving my scabbard, I noticed Kerr was pacing impatiently. I agree, we rested enough. Let's finish this patrol and go home. Sweetie, do you see this? He wanted to kiss you. Sweetie. Kerr? Yeah, sure. God damn it. Was it because I chose before? He rubbed his forehead as if contemplating something. I resisted some commenting since I knew he would resist he would insist it was nothing and refused to answer. Instead, I gave him a friendly slap on the shoulder to help him focus on the task and said,
Right.
Then let's go. You can tell your master that heaven can like long pointless walks afterwards. He mustered a weak smile but said nothing. We finished the patrol and I reported to the receptionist. Kerr remained tactful the whole time, barely said a word when he parted. I wonder if it's something I said, or maybe he finds patrols utterly boring. No, none of that, sweetie. Please don't take it too hard. He just really, really likes you. Chapter 7, The Bonds We Share. I just hope. I kinda want this. I kinda want to talk to him. I kinda want to go through this route. Damn it. The bonds we share. We're gonna continue, by the way. What should I tell him this time? The three of us were once again at one of the altars while Kerr mentally counted reports on his fingers. What about when I took you to the blacksmith, seeing all those different types of weapons and armor was pretty neat? Or maybe how the Heaven Cat keep the written records. Ilmari cradled the book he was holding, which contained the popular children's fairy tales. Ilmari, why do you keep carrying that around? You can't even read yet. I'm learning. How many more visits or trips do you need to make anyway, Ker? You're getting close, right? He hastily glanced away. Something like that. Almost there. Just a few more trips. That's the other part. Oh god, he's such a sweetie. Your master shares the way. I hope Master Bedros isn't just stringing Ker along indefinitely. Ker glowered and we instantly hushed up, but exchanged sly smiles when he turned his back. Wait here, are you as well? Huh, but I was a guest and honor at all your little reports before, and you were getting better at them too. Although I wish you would stop heavenly kidding about how you would like to see a battle tournament in action. I crossed my arms with resolve. I am not accepting those postings, and that's final. Ker grumbled some more, but left anyway. I waited behind Ilmari, who pursued the book despite how low lining in the cave. I unseated my sword and began to do some practice swings. My footsteps echoed softly through the tunnels, and I readjusted my stance ever so often. The blade sliced through the air, and I paused momentarily to look at Ilmari. Hey Ilmari, do you think Ker is hiding something? Possibly. And you're not the least bit interesting in knowing. He closed his book and sighed contemplatively. I'm sure he has his reasons. He's gruff, but he's a good person deep down, and straightforward. Does it bother you that much? I thumped my chest with a fist.
Right.
Of course it does. A knight is honest and forthright, and I value those virtues. Ah, yes, the virtues. You know, for someone highly interested in Heaven Kind culture, you sure don't ask me a lot of questions about knights. Well, you're very passionate about the subject, and I wouldn't want to bother you too much. I sheathed my sword, eyes filled with determination. But it wouldn't be a bother at all. I would love to tell you everything there is to know. His ears perked up and he quickly glanced down the tunnel. He's done. He should be here soon. Sure enough, Ker emerged, proclaiming that the conversation with his master had ended up on a high note. What did you tell him this time? Ker smirked. About town when you and Ilmari... What about me? You actually mentioned me? We both glanced at Ilmari in bafflement. He immediately piped down.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I didn't think Ker would ever bring me up. Why wouldn't I? We've been together long enough and you're supervising me. Right. Sweetie, just tell the truth. As we started to leave, Ilmari halted his tracks and glanced apprehensively back to where the altar was located. Is it permissible if you two can go ahead without me? I wanted to examine the statue before, but I didn't want to interrupt Ker. That's fine by me, Ker. He gave a careless shrug and Ilmari smiled gratefully.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll see you later. He vanished down the tunnel and Ker rubbed his chin and thought, Hey Harp, do you think Ilmari isn't telling us something? I could feel my smile strain. What do you mean? Ilmari wouldn't hide things for us. You know how he is. I guess. I ushered Ker towards the entrance and thrust some coins into his hand. I'll stay here. You go ahead and reward yourself with some apple tarts. That's enough for you to buy 5 of them. He jingled the money disappointingly. Just 5? Sweetie, that's enough. That's more than plenty. You shouldn't indulge in sugar-coated pastries so much, or you'll be the first dragon with a cavity. He gave him a gentle push and he reluctantly stepped forward, briefly glancing over his shoulder before continuing the entrance. I folded my arms and turned in the direction of the statue, wondering if I should confront Ilmari or overlook this behavior. Curiosity won over and I tiptoed towards the rear of the cave once again. What's the point of trying to eavesdrop? They'd have better hearing than I do anyway. As I continued down the tunnel, I could hear Ilmari's faint voice. It sounded contrite. I felt a pang of worry as I was turned between quickening my pace and remaining furtive. Maybe he was actually evil all along. Damn you! Ilmari, don't do this to me! I settled against the cave until I could hear Ilmari more clearly.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Monster Kaya. I'm so sorry. I leaned over, carefully eyeing Ilmari. I half expected him to be kneeling like Ker usually did, but instead he was standing straight with a rigid back. He resembled a child being reprimanded for running off into the forbidden woods after the stern warning not to. He nodded solemnly, almost hiding simply by his sides.
Oh.
What? But it wasn't anything. I didn't think it'd be that serious. I'm merely an apprentice. I know it was imprudent of me. Yes. Can I at least stay until Kerr returns? What? Then this whole time, as I sensed the conversation reaching to a conclusion, I decided to slip out. As I crept away, my cupboard smacked against the rock wall. I uttered a curse before I could stop myself. Drat! Oh, darn it! I slapped my fork in the notebook palm. Omari must have heard that. There was no point in sneaking away now. Aurelie? Are you there? I know you were listening the whole time. God damn it! I almost hit myself. Damn it. I turned to Ilmari approached me and gave him a sheepish look.
Sorry about that.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that. I heard you apologizing to your master. I'm certain you did something? He shuffled nervously and rubbed his upper arm.
Well...
Yeah, she wasn't impressed with me at all. He exhaled deeply. When I said I was sent to watch over Kerr, I lied about that. Thank you, sweetie, for being honest now. So you were never actually ordered to supervise Kerr. Right, I basically ran away and joined you. That would make sense why you were avoiding those altar visits. But why would you need to? Because it's not fair! Ilmari Temper's outburst left me gaping. I could hear his voice echo throughout the tunnel. Hands trembling at his side, he clenched his fist so hard that his knuckles went white. It seemed as if all the frustrations and bitterness he had concealed were finally beginning to surface. Why did he get to go? No, he was forced. While I was willing. I studied the Heavenkind language, observed as much as I could, practiced the transformational spell, and yet he's the one who was sent. And Kerr doesn't care. He's not interested in Heavenkind or building a rapport with them. He queried visibly. He probably felt ambivalent towards Kerr for quite some time, and yet he had never expressed it. I couldn't bear to see him so upset. Stepping forward, I extended my arms and embraced Ilmari, drawing him close. He shifted in the hut and rested his eye against my back, burying his face into my shoulder. I scrambled for something that could reassure him, but my mind was blank. It's okay.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry for that. It's not like me to begrudge someone. And I'm tired of feeling this way. When Master Kaya mentioned what happened between Kerr and Master Bedros, I was envious and decided to see for myself. After Kerr casually asked if I was sent, I instantly saw an opportunity, so I said yes. Sorry I never told you both. I guess I was worried that if you found out you wouldn't want me around anymore. I playfully ruffled his hair. Oh please, like we would do that. Kerr might. I wouldn't let him. I could feel his shoulders shudder as he chuckled against me. Master Bedros is very open-minded about Heavenkind, but Master Kaya is too wary. I begged her multiple times to send me as a representative, but she kept saying I wasn't ready. My heart panicked since I could relate to that, constantly being told how I wasn't prepared. I reluctantly parted from Ilmari, but gave both of his shoulders a reassuring squeeze. Maybe she was concerned about you, or I could be wrong, but maybe she thought you weren't ready because you would get too emotionally invested or attached. I would not. He meekly quieted down and reflected on the comment.
Well...
Maybe. I admit I tend to rely more on my feelings despite trying to be more sensible. I also get distracted a lot, and I'm too nosy for my own good. And if I'm trying to help build a relationship between Dragonkind and Heavenkind, I need to be more rational. I don't know how Kerr treats everything so objectively. Objectively or with indifference in general. We chuckled. So what happens now? Will you be ordered back or will you be allowed to stay? He sighed despondently and pressed his pointer fingers together as he mulled over this question. I'm allowed to stay until Kerr returns, however when I get back. Punishment will be severe. I don't think it'll be that bad, but...
What?
Huh?
No.
Why? Why will they punish you? I'm a knowledge keeper in training. I don't even specialize in that thing yet. I just have the basics. However, a future knowledge keeper running away as well. Think of it as someone being responsible for all the books vanishing from the library, and it's the single source of knowledge people have access to in the city.
Yeah.
A lot of important things will be gone. Culture, art, literature. Knowledge keepers' responsibility is to inform other dragonkind, therefore they stay enlightened, pass knowledge on their kin. And to make sure detrimental knowledge is only imparted wisely, since it could be used against others, my action would be viewed as treachery. He forced a small smile to comfort me, but I could tell he was extremely nervous about the consequences. Don't worry about it, Orly. This was my decision. I have no regrets. Alright, but if there's anything I can do to help, please let me know. I'm sorry you felt like you couldn't tell us, and I don't want you to be burdened with all this on your own. And he nodded gratefully.
Thank you.
Thank you. Besides, I should start acting more rational. I'll let my emotions get the better of me regarding certain? It's nothing, Orly. Well, it's something, but I need to talk to Kara first. Don't worry, I won't press you about it. I trust you, Omari. I flashed him a genuine smile and his cheeks flushed modestly. Damn you! Are they at... Okay, never mind. I won't say anything for now. And I'm sure Kara trusts you too, even if he doesn't like admitting everything. Just then we heard a loud sneeze followed by Kara's gruff noise. What are you two still doing here? Kara, I thought you were going to get apple tarts. I already did that, and I'm still hungry. God, I hope I'm not coming down to something. He rubbed his nose and urged us to follow him outside. Ilmari and I exchanged amused glances, and I gave him a pat on the back. Good luck with the talk.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll see how it works out. I doubt we'll try to chase you away at this point. You two seem to get along now. Once we were in the open air, I fished out some more coins and thrust them into Ilmari's hand. Here, you know what to do. I gave him a sportive shove to urge him onward, and then waved to her. I have some errands to do. You two have fun without me for now. Harry shot me an inquisitive look, but said nothing. It was too unusual for me to run off to the guild headquarters to squeeze in some solo sword training. Come to think of it, all I had to do was announce I was doing night training, and they would respectfully leave me alone, quickly. I might as well do that anyway. I mentally wished Ilmari good luck and leapt on a different path from the boys. Can we hear the talk, please? My shoulders hurt, my back hurts, my everything hurts. I flopped down on the bed of my assigned room. I groaned and rolled over, staring vacantly at the ceiling. I'd spent the rest of the afternoon training with some real knights, and now my thoughts drifted to Karen Omari. I wonder how the conversation went. I glanced out of the window, which probably provided a nice view of the gardens and the dark blue sky. Should I check up on them? Grabbing my blankets and using a shawl, I exited the lodge and took a stroll in the garden. Damn it. Could this possibly show which route I'm going on? They would usually be here. Sometimes Kerr slept in the trees while Imari nestled by a trunk. After some time searching, I was about to give up when I spotted a leg by one of the trees. Remaining quiet, I tiptoed over and saw Kerr sleeping peacefully against the bark. Beside him was Ilmari, and he said, leaning against Kerr's. Oh my gosh, this is adorable! Shit, this is adorable! 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 A smile appeared on my lips. I guess it worked out. It was then when I noticed how cold the air felt against my cheeks. Many of the trees were half bare, and leaves were piling up on the grass. A subtle crisp freshness lingered with each breath. It was definitely autumn.
Oh no.
Are they getting cold? I did not want to disturb them, but decided to leave my blanket. As I knelt down, I carefully spread it out, and I was about to drape it over their bodies. However, Kurt steered. As he sat up, Ilmari slipped off the shoulder and fell back onto the trunk.
Oh, sorry about that.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to wake you two up. Ilmari groaned and rubbed one eye, giving Kurt a pounding glare. Oh, what was that for? He trailed off when he spotted me. Kurt clicked his tongue in embarrassment. Oh my gosh, are you two? Are you two? What are you doing here? Are you two guys? I wanted to see if you were alright or if you were getting cold. Ilmari lowered his eyelids in disappointment. That's all? Sweetie! Huh? For a second I thought you were going to join us. God damn it, sweetie! I kinda know what the reverse harem ending would go. Whatever. I dropped the blanket hastily and jumped back, wringing my hands frantically in front of me. No, I was just checking up on you. I kind of don't engage in snuggling with friends. But he fiddled with his strand of his hair forlornly. We've been with you for quite some time now, and the fact we never bonded feels like we're distant. My heart started between them hesitantly. Does it really feel like that? Kirk glanced down, saying nothing while Emery gave me a pleading look. After some vacillation, I sat and grabbed the blanket before taking a step towards them.
Yeah.
Fine, but just for a little while. I turned around right as Omari shuffled out of the way to give me some room. I sat down. I don't plan to stay here all night. I trailed off as Ilmari leaned back against the trees close enough that his arm gently grazed mine. My shoulder reclined against Carol, who had one leg sprawled straight and other tucked in. I allowed myself to completely relax, so I guess Ilmari talked to you earlier, Kerr? Yeah, for a little one. He sure carried a lot of resentment towards me. There was a small groan of protest from Ilmari's lips. I'm older than you. It was obvious he could hear us talk, but he was too tired to carry on a conversation with us. I chuckled. And it's not like he was the only one hiding something. Really now. But would you reluctantly like to admit to me this time? He hastily averted his eyes and grumbled.
Shut up!
Come on, tell me. Stuck out my tongue to show I was just joshing him.
Whoops, sorry about that.
Sorry. So, what is it? He closed his eyes and gritted his teeth, and I could hear him inhale deeply.
Look,
I could have returned earlier if I wanted to. The curse was offered to be lifted a while ago. Wait, you can return back to an Earth Dragon anytime? Yeah, although I need to visit an altar first since my master still has to remove the curse. But if I do, I won't be able to revert to Heavenkind form without Master Bidra's help. Unlike in Mari, I didn't bother learning that transformation spell. And of course, he probably won't transform me a second time, not after I refuse to return right away.
Oh no.
Wait, so both of you are in huge trouble now? He suppressed a chuckle. Something like that. Then why aren't you going back? There's no reason for you to stay here anymore. Aura, he gazed down at me with resolve.
Leave it to me.
I'm not returning until Ilmari is satisfied learning about Heavenkind culture and until you become a knight. God damn it! I want to see it. You as a real knight. God damn it! Sweetie, don't take my... Damn it! He's winning. Damn it! My heart leapt up in my chest. I could feel my lower lip quiver. Kerr, you really care about that? My dream? It's important to you, right? Kerr, I leaned over and embraced Kerr, gently touched. I could sense his arms hovering awkwardly around me. What is this parasitic gesture? Why are you doing it? It's called a hug. Kevin can use it to express affection between friends. Right now I'm really, really happy. I'm probably gonna cry. Please don't cry. I never know how to act when that happens. And what does one do in reply to this hug? Usually hug back. I could feel his arms wavering before they enveloped my upper back. We remained in this position for a few minutes. Kerr gently nudged my forehead with his before withdrawing his arm and pulling away in embarrassment. I adjusted the blanket to make sure Ilmari was comfortable. You guys, I don't want you to getting into more trouble because of me.
Leave it to me.
It's our decision, and it's not like we'll get reprimanded further. We'll remain with you until you return to Barry at least.
Thanks.
Thank you. It felt strange, just the notion of them leaving seemed far off, and I realized I had never really thought of it until now. I closed my eyes and nestled against Kerr's arm, while one hand rested on Ilmari's shoulder. These two. I fucked up, didn't I? I fucked up. I got the note on them. Damn it. Oh well, I will have to see him go through the routes again. Ooh. With our wonderful friends. I had a small chuckle as my eyes drifted between their sleeping faces. How did these two become so close to my heart in such a short time? A lot of happy sigh, extremely thankful that I had met both of them. I guess I can remain here for a few more minutes. Damn it. The last quest. Guys, this will be it for this episode. Damn it! I didn't get... even though I mean, I guess I will get the both ending. It'll make me at least a little bit satisfied because I can't really choose between them. But for now, I'm kind of pissed. I kind of wanted so bad to be with one of them. I don't know if it even is a thing. I don't know if this is a thing or is it only about friendship, but I wanted to choose at least one of them. Damn you! Okay, well, damn it all. Okay, that was it, guys. That was Autumn Journey for this one part, and we'll see you guys in the next part. And so, bye.